It's corrective. It's one of the ways the cell responds to trauma. That's what cancer is. It's one of the ways that cells respond to duress. It's a response to abuse. Cancer is a cell disease. It represents cellular distress, and it is the ultimate result. It's the culmination of long-term cellular burden. Starvation, suffocation, toxification, and inflammation. That means we don't have lung cancer. We have lung cell cancer. We don't have colon cancer. We have colon cell cancer. We don't have liver cancer or brain cancer or stomach cancer. We have liver cell cancer, brain cell cancer, stomach cell cancer. And doctors don't tell you this because the doctor's not allowed at the level of a cell. This is why we never hear about the cellular nature of cancer or any disease, because the medical model is not welcome at the level of a cell. All the medical model can do at the level of a cell is trick the cell, poison the cell, kill the cell, excise the cell. It cannot nourish, heal, sustain, oxygenate, detoxify the cell. That's why they don't talk about it. When you look at it this way, it simplifies the whole subject. When you look at cancer as the manifestation of a cell that's in duress, it doesn't matter where the cancer is. It doesn't matter if it's liver cancer or stomach cancer or bone cancer. It's a cell disease. This is true about all diseases, but particularly cancer. Cancer cells are rogue cells. They're growing out of control. They pay no attention to their neighbors. Ordinarily, neighbors, cellular neighbors, tell the cell whether to grow or not grow. Cells are responsive to the neighbors. Cells are responsive to their environment. But a cancer cell is not responsive. And there's always going to be inflammation involved. There's always going to be genetic changes involved. Cancer cells have certain hallmark features. They evade death. They don't die. They are subject to genetic changes, and there's always going to be some kind of inflammatory process that's involved. But the most important point is that cancer is the result of an interaction between the cell and the environment. Cancer is about the environment that the cell is sitting in. It's a cellular response to a toxic, suffocated, lack of oxygen, or lack of nutrient environment. Research demonstrates that when a cancer cell is put in a normal environment, it reverts back. It can revert back. Scientists can make a cell turn back to normal when they put it in a normal environment. This shows us that the environment impacts carcinogenesis, cancer. According to a 2008 article in the Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, only 5 to 10% of cancer cases are genetically inevitable, while, quote, 90 to 95% have their roots in the environment. This is true about the body environment, and it's true about the cell environment. Cancer cells can revert when they have the appropriate environment. This is so powerful. This is so important. It frees us, it liberates us from this medical idea that we have to have a war on cancer, that we have to kill cancer. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll take a break. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. Got more good health information and your phone calls coming up right after this. Don't go away. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll continue our discussion on cancer on our next live Bright Side episode. If you are interested in checking out nutritional pharmacist Melissa Galladay, registered pharmacist, on her Longer Life with Longevity series, you can dial in 646-558-8656 every Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. That's 646-558-8656, meeting ID 579-044-9276. Hope to have Melissa on the program here, and she could tell you more about it. If you're interested in checking out our Truth Skin Health products, including our Retinol 5% gel, head to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. From the journal, from Science Network, Western Australia, which is a science news website based in SciTech. I don't know what SciTech is, but some kind of organization here. Walking down the stairs could help prevent dementia. I love this. So I'm talking about the simple little things. You know, there's no drugs for Alzheimer's disease. There's no drugs for treat dementia, but it turns out that walking down the stairs, according to Edith Cowan, according to Ken Nosaka, university professor, Let's see what it says here. This is from Western Australia. A number of studies, including one, showed that 26 men between the ages of 60 and 76 followed a regimen of walking down the stairs, and they monitored they took various measurements: heart rate, blood pressure, physical fitness, blood glucose, blood lipids, and insulin sensitivity. All markers improved just by walking down the stairs. Here's another one, the 5-2 diet, which is an intermittent fasting diet in the fight against diabetes. It's useful in the fight against diabetes. And this is also from South Australia. Reduction in blood glucose and weight loss with intermittent fasting. Where have you heard that before? Exercise hormone, irisin. When you exercise, you secrete anti-cancer hormones. That's what I'm talking about, these simple little things that we can all do to improve our health. You don't need the medical model. We've been bamboozled, we've been hoodwinked into believing that when we're sick, we go to a doctor, where doctors can somehow prevent illness, despite all evidence to the contrary. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Time to hit the phones. Let us go to Tristan in Canada. Welcome to the bright side, Tristan. Where are you in Canada?
Hi, I'm from Toronto, Canada. Hey, Ben.
Hey, did I meet you on my journey?
You know what? I'm a huge fan of your work. I found some of your work on YouTube, and yeah, I'm just a huge fan. You know, the way you broke down, acne on the cellular level. I never really, you really changed my perspective on how I viewed things. Nice.
So what's going on? How can I help you today?
So my question would be in regards to, well, it's both for acne and, I should ask this one first. How would you treat sebaceous cysts? Is there any way to reverse that?
Yes, absolutely. Sebaceous cysts, like all cysts, are a sign that the cells are growing out of control. They're not stable. So a couple things. First of all, with all acne, you want to work on your blood glucose and your sugars. And that means, number one, reducing your intake of sugar, and number two, using nutrients that help the body process sugar. There's a major connection between insulin, testosterone, male hormone, and sebum, and the growth of cells, sebaceous cysts or sebum cells growing out of control. When cells grow out of control, especially in men, and especially in the skin, in the sebaceous glands, you want to focus on blood sugar and you want to focus on the hormone testosterone. Actually, it's a metabolite or a breakdown product of testosterone. So what are the strategies? Well, in addition to not eating foods that spike your blood sugar, you want to use the B vitamins. Those are stupendously important for processing sugar. Also, particularly vitamin B5 plays a role in how fats are processed. So for all sebaceous or oily skin conditions, vitamin B5, high doses. It's a must-have. And it's a very underappreciated nutrient, by the way, pantothenic acid. And when I say high doses, I'm talking 3 or 4 grams a day, even up to 5 or 6 or 7 grams a day.
Okay.
In conjunction with all the Bs. Zinc, superstar mineral for acne, for all kinds of stuff, and zinc deficiency is very common. Zinc picolinate, 50 milligrams a day. You can use topical zinc, and you can make your own topical B5 cream, by the way. Chromium, vanadium, very important for processing sugar. Longevity Sweeties will get you those. Selenium, very underappreciated when it comes to sugar metabolism, helping the body process sugar. Also, selenium is important for acne conditions. I love N-acetylcysteine, NAC, just as a general skin tonic. I actually have an acne formulation coming out here, hopefully in a couple of weeks, that's going to include all of these nutrients that we're talking about. And we'll be talking about those. We'll be advertising those on GCN, so you'll hear about that. And then as far as testosterone goes, this breakdown product of testosterone called DHT, which you may have heard of, dihydrotestosterone, it's like a super testosterone. Zinc will help you with that. And then also essential fatty acids, particularly omega-6 essential fatty acids. And by the way, omega-6 essential fatty acids have a liquefying effect on sebum. They will help sebum flow more efficiently. One of the things that happens when we have acne is the sebum gets sticky and clogs clogs up the follicles or the pores. So using your Ultimate EFAs, and then interesting omega-6 fat called GLA can also have an anti-DHT effect. Zinc, as I say, is also anti-DHT. Let's see what else I could tell you about here. Here's a good one. Exfoliating with alpha hydroxy acids or salicylic acid as a topical remedy, and retinol. Super topical ingredient. Probably along with salicylic acid, retinol is the most important topical topical ingredient for dealing with acne skin or hypersebaceous skin, or dealing with any kind of sebaceous cyst for that matter. And of course, you get that from my retinol 5% gel, truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Does that help you? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. So what if the cyst has already formed?
You can exfoliate it away, number one, or you can, depending on where it is, or you can use salicylic acid for that, or you can do all the strategies I'm talking about. The cyst will revert. It will go away on its own.
Okay, that's fantastic. And my last question would be, so I'm a ex-Accutane user, and when I was on Accutane before my first course was very successful, but acne came back, and when I went on my second course, it really disrupted my digestive tract. Is there any way to help that?
Yes, absolutely. Probiotics, fermented foods, elimination diet. It sounds like you have some digestive stuff going on, and that's what's causing the acne, by the way. That could be a result of leaky gut, so you want to do a food diary and an elimination diet. You probably know what that is. You write down everything you eat, and then you eliminate foods. Caloric restriction, eating less food, certainly less snack food and processed foods, bars and cereals and anything that comes in a box, basically. And then fermented foods, vegetable juices. Vegetable juices are amazingly important for the digestive system for a couple of reasons. The fiber is very helpful. Not only will the fiber help clean out the colon, but bacteria feed on the fiber and they proliferate, and they actually produce really interesting compounds that support colon health as they digest the fiber. And then also vegetables are a source of nitrates and nitrites, which some people think are bad, but they're not necessarily when they come in natural sources. They're definitely bad in preserved meats, but in vegetables they can actually help support digestive health. Also aloe vera, very helpful. Noni, very helpful. Longevity has a great noni product, and fucoidan, also very helpful for helping support gut health. Got to move, Tristan. Thank you so much for your call, and I hope we helped you out. Thanks for calling from Canada. If you're on hold, hang on. We'll get you when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. On The Bright Side, Pharmacist Ben here. I'm going to go really fast. I got a bunch of calls, and I wanted to try and squeeze everybody in here, so I apologize for moving fast. But I want to get some of you guys can hold on for a while. I want to get to everybody. Mario in California, welcome to The Bright Side. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Ben. Thank you for picking up. I appreciate your help here.
Sure.
Been listening to you since you've been on Coast to Coast, and you've been very helpful with my digestive issues. But I got a little something more serious. My 16-year-old son had a massive seizure last Wednesday.
Wow, I'm sorry. And no other health challenges? Nothing else happened?
No, he was actually, other than acne, and he was taking some of the advice you gave us with vitamin A and zinc and other copper and other stuff. But other than that, he had...
Is his skin clearing up?
Yeah, it's helping a lot. We got him off of whatever else they were giving him, and he was doing great. He was doing great.
Okay.
He has sinus issues his whole life. And,
he did have sinus issues?
Yeah, taking various allergy medications and all kinds of...
Okay, well, here's the deal. This is where a couple things you want to focus on. First of all, if you've heard me talking about the ketogenic diet, that's an anti-seizure diet. That's the first thing you want to do. Second thing is there's nutrients that can help. The B vitamins are your brain vitamins. He should be doing high doses of the B vitamins. Also, zinc is a very important brain mineral. He wants to be doing zinc. I would start him on lithium orotate, which you can buy at a health food store, maybe 5 milligrams a night. You might want to try GABA, G-A-B-A, and also glycine. These are two, glycine's an amino acid. GABA is a kind of neurotransmitter amino acid. And also, there's a very important relationship between the gut and the brain. This should be no surprise if you've been listening to this program. GABA actually is a form of butyric acid, gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, which is a digestive fat, if you will. It's a short-chain fatty acid that's made in the gut. So working on the gut is extremely important. I'd be doing an elimination diet. The sinus issues tell me that he's got some kind of, possibly anyway, or probably, he's got some kind of allergic reaction happening to foods. And that can cause seizures, by the way, reactions like that. So elimination diet is a must, and that means do a food diary and then eliminate problem foods. Fasting in conjunction with the elimination diet and food diary will do double duty. Number one, it'll resensitize him to foods that he may be not noticing he's having a problem with. And also, fasting is a great strategy for seizure disorders. So you got lots of things you could do there. Keeping the sugar down. One last thing.